project bid together, which was all about the site at Burniston, and in the end, we worked on that project bid ourselves, Derby City and South Derbyshire District Council as the local partners, and in 1989 we got the decision from Toyota to build the plant at Burniston, and by that, I should say, 1992, not 2002. It took 3 or 4 years to actually see the plant come out of the ground and the cars start rolling off the line and all the jobs there. We did it for a single user, which is Toyota. It was a great big scheme, as I said, planning departure from the local plan, so there was potential for public inquiries and all sorts. But what was amazing was the amount of public support for the development of Burniston. And we've seen much the same sort of thing at Mex. We really started on site, it's taken us 10 or 11 years to get there. We started on site this year, and there's about a 10-year time frame to actually see the development. Multi-user, not just one company there, there'll be a whole range of different users on the site. There was a Coalfield Task Force back in 1997 that did the review of the decline in the coalfields, and they just did a red line around this area in Derbyshire and said you've got a growstone zone there, and yet again that was a massive site, again it was a planning departure, yet again it's amazing how much local support, little if any opposition to Mex from the local community. So lots of similarities between the two. That was Burniston. It was a former airfield, Derby Airfield, and that was the airfield buildings. And we'll come on a few slides later to what it looks like now. We've already seen that in some of Clive's slides. Both of them again involved a purchase order where the county council led and actually pulled the package of land together. There were 7 major ownerships at Burniston, plus a few residential properties. There's 160 ownerships involved at Mex, so a much more complicated deal that we've just been doing at Markham Vale at Mex than at Burniston. 2 big sites, 600 acres at Burniston, 900 acres at Markham Vale at Mex, and 2 major road improvements. Building the bridge over the A38, A50, nothing like the big junction it is now. It cost us about £8 million, County Council £8 million at Burniston. Major improvements, junction 29A on the M1 and local road improvements, where we've been fortunate to get a local transport plan grant, LCP grant, that has helped. Cost about, and I'm looking at Ian, our strategic director, cost about £15–16 million for the junction. Lots of similarities again. Just move on. That is I noticed it was on one of Clive's slides as well. That's what Burniston looks like now. The A38 is coming south from down on the bottom right-hand corner. A50 comes across this right-hand corner, as far as I'm talking. Carrying on again, so to put over £1 billion into the Burniston site, we're looking like nearly £1 billion for Megs in the future over the next 10 years. As I mentioned before, lots and lots of local population support. Rail access was possible at the time at Burniston back in 1989. Rail access is possible at Markham Vale. 2 lines actually coming into the big site. And lots of interest from local companies about that. I think times have changed a bit in terms of transport, in terms of the environment, and lots of interest in rail. But significant environmental improvements. Clive mentioned the 250,000 trees that they've planted. I guess we'll be planting, many hundreds of thousands of trees as well. And we're also going to willow coppice the colliery tips, the former colliery tips. And harvest the willow, and that will go into local stoves to And that's MEGS in progress. The M1 running north. You can just see here the start of the junction. We're using an existing underpass. Slip roads coming on, slip roads going on to the M1. And major local road improvements. A green travel plan as well in terms of public transport. But a very big platform for industrial and commercial uses. And this is just the Markham Vale Park. It also stretches north towards Stainley as well. John Williams, the leader again, has been asked what sort of jobs do you want on next? The answer is proper ones. And I think by that, proper ones are good manufacturing ones, good stable